I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Underdeveloped here, and today we have a movie review. We're a little late, we're like a week late. We did watch it last week, but we forgot to do it. Yeah, so we're doing it this week. So
yeah, better late than never here.
yeah, better late than never, right? I mean, the week off is not the worst, but you know,
I mean,
it's still kind of in relevance.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Canon with the Planet of the Apes. It is the fourth installment of the Planet of the Apes franchise. Well, in terms of with this particular
modern franchise.
The modern franchise.
In terms of overall movie series, this is like movie 10.
Yeah, I didn't see any others. I just know Mark Wahlberg wasn't one of them. I saw like a few scenes of it when I was on TV the other day, but other than that, I haven't watched the others.
Well, I, on the other hand, have watched all 10 movies now.
Cool. Canon Planet takes place like many generations, because quoted by them.
300 years. I actually looked it up.
Okay.
The number is 300 years.
Okay, but yeah, so many centuries, many generations removed from the original. I assume where they are is in New York, because it looks kind of reminds me of New York.
It is.
But you know, like at this point, it's starting to look more and more like the traditional Planet of the Apes kind of style, where the humans are kind of like more ape-like, and the apes are more human-like, and they pretty much have dominion over the earth. Yeah. And there's like no real civilization anymore in terms of like buildings, shit like that. Everything's like covered in trees and shit. And pretty much everything we know is pretty much not there anymore. Like the fucking all of New York City is pretty much a jungle.
It is. Like you see like all these plants and trees and these and fauna just growing around the ruins of these buildings. Like it's just a whole new kind of vibe. Like it's just not the same place anymore.
Yeah.
Nature has reclaimed the land as its own.
Yeah, but it's right back to the prehistoric ages.
Well, I'd say overall I do like this movie a lot. I do like it a little less than the trilogy with Caesar. I thought that was a fantastic trilogy of films. Really like Caesar a lot as a character, and I don't really like... I do appreciate that Noah isn't just Caesar 2.0. Like, they actually are trying to make the protagonist a little different than him. And so it's not the same, even though they look very similar to each other. I don't think he's just that captivating as a character by comparison. Like, Caesar had, like, this very unique perspective because he grew up with humans and he got to see the rise of Planet of the Apes firsthand. He was the integral part of that, so he had this more unique perspective. Where we have this more traditional, hey, these guys murdered and kidnapped my village, now I need to get revenge kind of plot. And this characterization that we have for Noah really isn't that, like, advanced outside of it. We get a little bit more at the end with his relationship with the main human girl kind of changes, but that's all we really get from him throughout this movie. I do think it does detract this movie a bit, but other than that, it is a very fun, eventful film that has a lot of interesting concepts to kind of toss around.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right. That was one thing. It really was a revenge story because Proximus pretty much had his when he sent his army, he pretty much got his father killed.
Yeah.
And yeah, he wanted revenge.
His father
and not only that, he wanted to he wanted to rescue his peoples.
Yeah. His mom was kidnapped. His friends were kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like an adventure in that way, you know, adventure movies do not have to have super duper convoluted.
It doesn't need a ridiculous plot. It doesn't need simple.
It could be straightforward. That's the whole point of Avatar. A straightforward plot, but it's about the spectacle and the adventure. You know what I mean? Everything looks pretty. And this is like, and this is kind of like the same in regards to the fact that it was an epic. This is a whole new world that we get to tread into. It's not the same as the other movies. It's a different world. It's a different like perspective. It's, you know what I mean? And we're seeing post Caesar. Like, and really get to feel the impact of what Caesar left. Yeah. Like, they worship this guy as their Jesus, essentially.
Yeah, like we see this orangutan character who literally wears like a little symbol around his neck, like the way Christians wear a cross today. Yeah. Yeah,
they're like he's a religious fanatic, essentially.
Yeah, he's basically just he's basically just a future ape monk.
Yeah, I mean, this movie, the potential was massive, but when this movie settled, it was still pretty damn good.
Oh, definitely.
Because like this movie was good. As I said, I agree, it wasn't better than the originals, but I think it's a good starting off point. Just that you may not want to keep Noah as your main character. I don't know if he's that compelling of a character.
Yeah.
I think he's cool. I mean, it's just Chance, but I guess it's more of a situation where the world is bigger than the character because, like, look at Luke Skywalker and or Frodo. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, even Harry Potter. If you really think about it, those guys' characters are not all that.
No,
you know what I mean?
I never really cared for them.
They're not all that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would really make those movies pop as the world's around them and all the other side characters and the adventure that they go on. Yeah. And this could be that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
It could be.
And I think Noah's he's good enough for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Really, we just need more interesting side characters.
Yeah. I mean, Robert Caesar's villain's great because, like, he's very... Because through him, we get to see the greed and the conceitedness and the never-ending... a search for something bigger that all humans bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the burden we all bear. We all bear a level of fucking conceitedness, a level of self-absorption, and we consume a certain level of like never being satisfied. We always have to reach for the stars, and like so that makes it very fitting when like part of like Noah's like plot like. Part of Noah's like character arc is seeing the stars through the telescope. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of a metaphor, reaching for the stars. Not necessarily in that regard, but it's like a good like Easter egg. I don't Easter egg, but like a good foreshadow.
This movie does have a lot of thematic depth. Like unlike the Avatar movies, you can tell they're actually are going for some deeper themes.
Yeah,
here.
which is humanity. Yeah.
But yeah, like one thing I really do like about both how Nova interacts with both May and Proximus Caesar is they both ask very interesting questions by the time their arcs have concluded. Like with Proximus Caesar, it kind of makes you ask, okay, are apes really that much better than humanity if they're falling into all of our basic trappings and learning from us all this stuff?
Yeah, because the whole point is that they're getting smarter. They're getting, you know what I mean? And when they get smart, and that's what us as humans are. We're very smart compared to the other animals. We're highly intelligent. Highly sensitive to our environment and reactive to our environment. And that's what he's getting, and that's what he's suffering from. Yeah. You know what I mean? His ambition. Like most dictators and most rulers.
Yes. Again,
most of them build shit in blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have forwarded humanity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
just like how he was.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes him such a compelling villain.
Yeah, and with May, what makes her the compelling character is like with her, she kind of asks the question, makes you ask the question: are humans really deserving to have that power at all? Because she's very sneaky. She goes behind people's back. Yeah. She breaks her word. She's not trustworthy in this movie at all.
Almost shot Noah.
Yeah, and that's why her relationship with Noah is just so damaged by it because like he could never fully trust her again after that. And then it makes you and when you see both of these characters together in this one movie, it really makes you ask both questions. That are apes are really much better than us? Are we deserving that power? And is anyone really deserving of the power of intelligence? Because intelligence is truly a powerful and damaging thing that could really hurt a lot.
Cause that was her problem because what drove her was her human arrogance. You know what I mean? That like, no, you don't deserve this. We made this.
Yeah.
Who are you? You know what I mean? She felt very entitled.
Yes.
And very entitled to the past. And that didn't make her necessarily a good character, but it's supposed to. You know what I mean? That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah. It makes her a more well-written character, even if she's not a good character in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be a good character to be well. I'd rather you be well written than a good character.
Yeah.
Because when you're a well written character, you are a good character in terms from a thematic perspective, not from a personal, not from a personal perspective.
Moral perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's not meant to be morally correct. She's meant to be that way to show us something. And I thought the movie did a good job. We could have delved into that a little bit more, I guess. It could have done for more things. Other than the plot, I guess the only real kind of weakness is that the plot is really a basic. But the plot isn't what really drives the movie forward. It's the ideas and themes that drive and the motifs that drive the movie forward. Like there's more of a theme-driven movie than a plot-driven movie. The plot is just a way for the characters to give characters something to do while we navigate and explore these themes.
Yeah, but with that being said, I would argue that the trilogy had a bit. Trilogy also had compelling things, but also had decent plots to go along with them.
But I also don't want to judge this movie by the quality of its predecessors. You know what I'm saying? I can't judge this movie on its own. But that's just me, I guess.
I mean, I understand that line of thinking, but this is ultimately part of a franchise. These comparisons are going to get brought up.
Yeah.
So no matter how much we don't want to compare it, we kind of have to.
But
because it's inevitable.
I'm not saying the movie's not good because the others are better. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying this movie. I'm not even saying this movie isn't good. Period. I'm saying
no. What I'm saying is
it's not as good. Look, because I hold the Caesar trilogy in very high regard.
But yeah, if you're gonna compare it to those, yeah, this movie is not as good as those.
But it's still a solid
I think it's a solid. Yeah, I think it's a solid beginning point, and it's a solid movie in general. And I think you're gonna have a good time with it, and it's gonna make you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's potential for even better movies down the line.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with Planet of the Apes, as I said, this is a solid entry point into that. You can get here, maybe be like, hey, I like this. I want to learn more about this Caesar character that keep alluding to. I know there's movies about him. Go watch those after this if you haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. I think my grade for this movie, I give it 86%.
I was thinking around the same point, like in the mid 80s. I was going to say 85. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 87, but I was like, maybe 86 is a fair point. I never gave them that score before, I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
86, which is a very solid score. So, yeah, it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah. This is a good movie. If nothing else is really catching your eye in the theaters, please absolutely go watch this one because it is a damn good time. You'll very much enjoy yourself here.
Agreed.
Yeah. With that being said, folks, make sure to like, subscribe button. We catch you next time for some more content.
See you guys.